Anand Ranganathan. I don't blame you if you're running out of patience because jalebis are tiring me too. Over to
And
you.
mushrooms and mushrooms, which are expensive.
Now, listen, you've been speaking for 7-8 minutes.
I mean, please don't do that. Thank you. First of all, Navika, good evening, and I'd like to welcome Shehzad Bhai on the panel. I think it's the first time we are together after his become a BJP spokesperson, and it's good for me as well because I've been suffering Tehseen alone. So now at least I have company to suffer Tehseen together. But Navika, to come back to the topic, is very serious. Rahul Gandhi's flippant remark is a slap on the faces of the family members of those tens of thousands of Sikhs lynched in Congress-sponsored 1984 genocide, not riots, as they think, genocide. And it is shocking that a prominent Indian leader who is supposed to know contemporary history, even if very little, can make such an ignorant remark. And I'm shocked that there are people who are supporting him. Shame on them and shame on us to have to bear such leaders who will stop at nothing for silly point scoring or an even sillier wordplay or a quip. Navika, Rahul knows very well, or at least I hope he does, that the word lynching is used to denote a murder committed by a mob. That its etymology traces to how the white murdered blacks in public in the New World is not important. That it is being used more frequently after 2014 is also not important. What is important is to understand that mob belonging to all religious denominations have murdered people in public after 2014 as well as before 2014. They lynched in 2002 as well as in 1984. The word lynching creates a more horrid and macabre imagery than the word murder, and perhaps that explains its more frequent use since 2014 to fit a selective narrative of a macabre, horrid, intolerant India that didn't exist before 2014. But it did. Equally horrid, if not more. And Rahul and his gang don't want to accept that truth. They don't want to accept that tens of thousands of Sikhs were lynched, burning tires put on their necks in 1984. They don't want to accept that 30 years ago, there used to occur twice as many communal riots as they do now, NCRB data, upwards of 1 lakh a year. And in a riot, Navika, people are killed in public like they were in 1984, like they are now. But when non-Hindus indulge in mob violence, when they lynch, and when they lynch in a non-BJP ruled state like Punjab, it is not lynching at all. It does not merit even a tweet because it is suicide. Maybe that's what Rahul wants to convey. These propagandists, Navika, have been silent for more than 190 Muslim mob hate attacks on Hindus, Dalits and non-Dalits over the past 2.5 years, including Bharat Yadav, who was lynched after being called a kafir, including in Ranchi, where a Muslim mob segregated bus passengers based on their religion before wanting to set it on fire, including lynching Gangaram because he dared to file a police complaint when his daughter was abducted, including going on a murderous rampage over alleged blasphemy by Dalit Nitin, including breaking Ambedkar statue, thrashing Dalit families after they objected to a Dalit girl, Sarita, being assaulted by a Muslim, including nearly lynching a Dalit Jayan Bhati for daring to wear a Pathan suit. None of these attacks elicit any outrage. Navika, just 10 seconds. So Rahul is wrong here too. The word lynching is used selectively even after 2014. And just 10 more seconds, Navika. It was a simple question that Shehzad asked Tehseen. Was 1984, did lynching happen in 1984? Yes or no? If I was Tehseen, if I was honest, rather than going on and on like Jalebi, you said, it was a simple yes or no question. And the answer is yes. Ask those tens of thousands, family members of those tens of thousands of Sikhs who were lynched. Tehseen, I expected more honesty from you, my dear friend.
I will be honest with you completely.
And that's what I want to ask Sanjay Jha. This matter was with the standing committee, and there were members from the Trinamool Congress, from the Congress, who were there in that standing committee and had no objection. Apart from the fact that all national parties to the Election Commission wanted this electoral reform. So what's changed now? Well, bad connection. Anand Ranganathan, take that question, please.
Yes, no, I'll tell you what has changed, Navika. You know, after the farm laws, this is yet another instance where the BJP has fulfilled a Congress demand or promise. I mean, I have a list here, Navika, I'm not kidding. This is the 9th instance where the BJP has fulfilled a Congress initiative or a demand or a promise. Starting from, GST, as you said, then demanding citizenship rights for minorities, i.e. CAA, then the huge flagpoles, bullet trains, farm laws, so many other things, standing up for national anthem. These are all Congress initiatives and promises, and BJP fulfilled it. And because BJP fulfilled it, including this voter ID linkage to Aadhaar card, because BJP has fulfilled it, Congress is opposing. On a lighter note, I can foresee my good friend Mr. Nalin Kohli, gently nudging the Prime Minister, saying, Modi ji, कभी हमारे मैनिफेस्टो पे भी देख लीजिए, आप सिर्फ कांग्रेस के प्रोमिसेस ही पूरे किए जा रहे हैं. But the fact of the matter is, what more can the BJP do? It constituted a parliamentary standing committee that was constituted by all opposition parties as well as the BJP. They okayed it. It okayed something that was demanded by the Congress, and it's a pity that the very erudite TMC spokesperson now, Ms. Shushmita, cannot be brought on to the panel, because I would have loved to ask her, when she was in the Congress before she switched and went to the TMC, she was a vociferous supporter of this. In fact, she stood and supported Mr. Kamal Nath when he demanded this. अब वो TMC में है और अब वो oppose कर रही हैं. लेकिन TMC was part of the panel, Navika, that approved this. So, I think BJP really has to bite the bullet and say, look, enough is enough. हम इनके promises fulfill कर रहे हैं और फिर भी हमें जूते चप्पल पड़ रहे हैं. जब हम अपने promises पे आएंगे तो क्या हाल होगा?